Dolphins and the Jets, Femi, in Miami. Dolphins a 2.5-point favorite. We're close to going to 3, but we have not gone there all week. Total in the game is 44. Storm Duck and Jason Marshall out for Miami. 2 other starting cornerbacks. Jermaine Johnson, one of the Jets' pass rushers, is out. Josh Reynolds returns to the lineup. How are you betting side and total, Jets and Dolphins?
Yeah, it feels like it's been a while since I bet this game. It was last Sunday night, not this past Sunday night, the one previously when the lines first opened up. I'm on the Dolphins laying the 2.5. I just like the home field advantage, extra rest. And I think, too, like with Miami's passing game, I know they've had some issues, but I feel like they can figure it out against this Jets defense that I think is a more hype than actual substance going into the season. I don't think the Jets are playing good defense. So give me the Dolphins at home, probably a back and forth affair because Miami's defense isn't that special, but I do think they can put some pressure on field. So I laid the 2.5 with Miami.
We will be oppo on this one. I waited for a 3 all week. I don't think we're going to get it. I'm on Jets. I'll take the points and the Jets on the money line. I think the Jets are going to win this game tonight. I think the Dolphins are dead team walking, season circling the drain here. And the Jets are 0-3, but Aaron Glenn is at the start of his tenure. Mike McDaniel's at the end. I like the Jets to win tonight and put more pressure on Mike McDaniel. Give me Gang Green. Femi, Broncos and the Bengals and the nightcap. Denver a 7.5-point home favorite, 44.5 the total. Marvin Mims is going to play for Denver per Mike Kliss. Noah Fant and Shamar Stewart out tonight for Cincinnati, obviously, as is Joe Burrow.
Yeah, no bet for me in this one. This betting market, I feel like has just been right the entire week. Broncos 7.5 is kind of how I thought about this game, and we have been sitting here at 7.5 over the last 7 days. I don't think there's a whole lot to do here from a point spread standpoint. The total, if you had to twist my arm and make me bet something, I would lean a little bit to the over, kind of like a contrarian over in a Denver game, just because of Cincinnati's defense being so bad, and also Jay Browning is somewhat capable, even though he's going against a really good defense, but it'd be like a small lean to the over, but I'm not going to bet it because I'm going to be sweating the other game, so I'm going to pass this one.
I took 7.5 with Cincinnati. I mentioned that on the show last week. I don't know. Like, of course, Denver can win and they can win big. Like, since he's coming, like the Bengals are unlikely. It's possible they could. Unlikely to look as bad tonight as they did last Sunday against Minnesota. It is unlikely that it's as bad. I love the Broncos coming into the year. It's like if you bet Denver, you're not betting Denver to win. You're betting Denver to win by 10. I guess they can win by 8 or 9, but you probably need them to win by 10. I don't trust the Broncos right now, and I'll pay to see if I'm wrong. And I hope the Broncos win the game because I have 3 bets on the Broncos from before the season. I don't think they win big. So I'm on both dogs tonight. Jets to win and Jets plus the points. Bengals plus the points in Denver against the Broncos. All right, side and total. Done and dusted, as Leanne Hainsby would say. It's got really nerdy all of a sudden. I like Peloton. Sorry. So does Femi. So does Jake. Anyway, let's find out the first touchdown scorers for tonight and take a trip to the island.
We got ourselves another Monday Night Football double doozy tonight. Not a late night one for our friends on the East Coast, but a couple games to get the 2 screens rolling. And in the first one, an AFC East rivalry renewed between the Jets and the Dolphins. For Gang Green, we need some short yardage bruising running backs. We need someone that can get the ball into the end zone. How about Braylon Allen at 15-1 to be your first TD scorer for the New York Jets and for the Miami Dolphins? Last week, we won with Tyreek Hill. This week, the price is too short. Cannot afford it to stay on the island. This week, however, we're in for a delight. A rapper's delight. Football player turned rapper back to football player. Darren Waller, 25-1 as he makes his 2025 debut. Hip, hop, a hippity hop, and you don't stop. He's going to be hip and hopping into the end zone tonight as your first TD scorer. And in the second game, out in the Rocky Mountains where there's no islands, but it's still a beautiful area. For the Bengals, Jake Browning, once a great Washington Husky, called Montlake Jake, taking them to the CFP. Now he's trying to save the Bengals season. He's going to go to his favorite target. It's not Jamar Chase. He's not on the case. is T. Higgins at 16-1 to be your first TD scorer for Cincinnati. And for Denver, how about Bo Nix? Because Bo knows at QB, calls his own number 14-1. So it's Braylon Allen, Darren Waller, T. Higgins, and Bo Nix. And I'll see you on the island.
That was a great job. You leave the prop king with no time here. We got to let's get to the imaging here, guys. Let's fire it up.
I'm on island time. I'm sorry.
Now approaching the betting window, it is your prop king, Nick Costos. All hail King Costos.
All hail King Costos.
Worship me, pigs. Prop King off the schneid yesterday. Prop King cashing last night in the last game with Tucker Kraft. The worm is starting to turn. Let's see if we can put some winning props together tonight in both games. We first go to thy royal Jets and thou royal Dolphins, where the Miami Dolphins, despite having an embarrassment of riches on the defensive line, can't get home, can't sack the quarterback. Anthony Weaver resorting to sending lots of blitzes, and when that happens, their terrible corners are going to get eaten alive. Bet square, don't care. Garrett Wilson over 65. I bet 62.5, 64.5 I think is still good for Garrett Wilson. Anytime touchdown. Arian Smith, Jets rookie wide receiver. I think he's going to be in 3 wide receiver sets for the Jets, with Josh Reynolds on one outside spot and Garrett Wilson in the other. Arian Smith, 10-1, anytime touchdown for the Jets. And for the Broncos and the Bengals, I want to bank on talent here. I think he can go over without a huge workload. RJ Harvey, over 23.5 rushing yards for the Broncos against the Bengals, even with J.K. Dobbins as the number 1. And for Cincinnati in the anytime touchdown market, Chase Brown's been pretty ineffective this season. I'll take a shot on Taj Brooks to score a touchdown. This is a small money bet. I don't really like the prices in the anytime touchdown market. Honestly, Drew Sample's not a bad look either for Cincinnati. Taj Brooks, maybe a couple shekels on Drew Sample. But Arian Smith, the Prop King's favorite touchdown bet for tonight. That does it for the Magnificent Football Monday edition of You Bet or You Bet. We will catch everybody tomorrow on a terrific Football Tuesday. We'll be sweating the beginning of the Major League Baseball playoffs. Until then, I'm Nick Costos wishing you minimal sweats, winning bets, and the absolute very best of luck.